What's going on, guys? Bobby with Consumer Time Capsule, back with another review for you here. And as promised, today we are looking at some Carnation breakfast essentials that are based on popular cereals. We've got two Kellogg's brands, Froot Loops and Krave, and one General Mills brand.
How does that happen?
That was the thing that was blowing my mind. Golden Grams is not a Kellogg's product. I don't know how something like this happens with a major national brand. Let's say, Ryan, you and I opened up a frozen yogurt shop and one of the toppings was Froot Loops and one of the toppings was Golden Grams. I get it, right? It's just like something in a bin somewhere. This is a mass-marketed product that I bought at Walmart. $6.74 a pack, by the way. This is a very expensive review today. This is a mass-marketed product where they're co-branding with both General Mills and Kellogg's. I thought that was really impressive, and because of that, this line really needs to be properly encapsulated by us here today.
Nice.
So there you go.
We've used that word.
I think that my hypothesis is that the Golden Grams is going to be the best one, so I want to save that for last.
Okay.
I think we should start with the Krave and take it from there. Okay. And first up is the Kellogg's Krave variety. Now, this one, it's a Krave flavored drink, so it's like a corn-based cereal that's filled with chocolate. Does that mean it's just a chocolate Carnation instant breakfast? I don't know. So these come in 6 packs for $6.74 each at Walmart, and each one is a 8-ounce bottle, 10 grams of protein, 21 vitamins and minerals. Ryan, this is the healthiest thing we're going to drink all day. Yeah, there's nothing specifically cereal-y to me on this. How about you?
No.
Tastes like a chocolate Carnation instant breakfast to me.
Does. I'm craving it.
I'm not saying it tastes bad. It tastes good. But I just can't tell what's specifically Kravey about it.
I haven't had enough Krave cereal to really...
Well, it's like a cereal pocket. Yeah. And then the chocolatey fudge is just on the inside, so it's like, it's not even necessarily the most dominant flavor. Really, the cereal is the dominant flavor in a Krave. This is a chocolate explosion. I'm not really getting a lot of different tastes out of this one, so the next two, these are vital that they nail it. We got Froot Loops and Golden Grams. Those are very specific flavors, so let's see how they do. Next, we've got the Froot Loops variety. I like the kind of peachy color to it. I think it's kind of neat. Little pinky, little orangey, really kind of mixes together, sort of like a bowl of Froot Loops. Ryan, why don't you go ahead and grab that there, and cheers. Okay, well, Froot Loops, that may be the most distinctive flavored cereal that there is. So.
Smell that.
Okay, that's what it tastes like and smells like.
It's not as fruity of us on the nose as I would have expected.
I don't know, man. We'll see. Ooh, it is a little bit more dialed back than I expected. Boy, you really got a sense of that before you even tasted it.
This one had been decanting for a little bit.
It had been, yeah. I am getting some Froot Loop on the back end, but it took a few sips. And that's important, as we're reviewing things, sometimes that flavor is not immediately apparent, and that can really kind of count against something, sometimes even unnecessarily. I would say I'm gonna have it for breakfast 6 times type drink, it might be better that this is a little less intense on that F-R-O-O-T flavor and more on the fruity, twisted vanilla Carnation instant breakfast. Because I'm tasting vanilla, which is not an element of Froot Loops, nor milk.
Yeah.
I think that they used a vanilla base. These are sold in the cereal aisle.
Right.
These are not refrigerated beverages. This is not a milk product, even. This is its own thing. There is milk protein concentrate in it, but that's the
milk
third.
Protein concentrate.
That's the third ingredient, powdered milk, basically.
Right. Yeah.
It's not a super accurate Fruit Loop flavor, but I think it's pretty good. It's pretty delicious. Like, I could see it as a repeatable, quick breakfast option, especially, look, 10 grams of protein. I mean, you're getting lots of portions of your daily allowance of vitamins, so pretty good. I could do it.
See an adult that remembers what it was like to eat bowls of Fruit Loops 20 years ago, and they're like, I'm too rushed. I can't eat a bowl of cereal
I like
anymore.
your point because it is not a stand-in for a bowl of Fruit Loops.
No.
Whereas the Fruit Loop cereal bar was a stand-in for a bowl of Fruit Loops.
Right.
But it's time for the one General Mills variety, and I think the most interesting flavor of the day. Let's see what Golden Grams is all about. Golden Grams is going to be our third variety that we're checking out here today. Now, the thing that I really appreciate about this particular one is a lot of times when it's a Golden Grams themed product, they'll make it like Golden Graham s'mores. It's never just Golden Grams. I want just Golden Grams, you know?
It's good enough.
I want to see how much graham they can cram in a drink.
That nose on
It smells, boy, it smells Grammy. I'm smelling some honey and graham. Yep, that's the one. Boy, that is the one. That is a good one.
Wow. That is a bowl of cereal milk.
Yeah, that is. This one, they hit the right note. Ooh, boy, that finish is like exact Golden Grams flavor.
Wow.
Ooh.
It's even got that little bite at the end.
It's got that bite. This is where they should have started and stopped.
I was just gonna say.
Because it's delicious on its own, but it also, having the Golden Graham frame of reference gives you such an appreciation for like how hard that must have been to nail accurately, and just how well that materialized into the drink itself. So bravo, Carnation. Great job.
Did you imagine pouring that into a bowl of Golden Grams?
I think that might
too much.
You'd be cramming too much graham, I think, at that point. That's too much. You're cramming at that point. We're just gramming. All right, gimmick grade. The gimmick grade of these Carnation Breakfast Essentials, look, this is really in my specific sweet spot, right? I collect cereal. Everybody knows I collect boxes of cereal at this point. And I also collect drinks. But also, my favorite type of stuff is the stuff that really kind of gets largely ignored or underappreciated during its time. And I really feel like this is an underrepresented product line right now. I just don't see people excited about it or talking about it or posting about it, and they should be. This is really cool. This is something different. It's innovative, and it's memorable if you're a part of it. And it's totally disposable if you aren't. And it's like it's an interesting pivot point of like, I hope that I'm opening some of y'all's eyes to just how cool this line of beverages is. I'm just excited that I'm able to add these 3 6-packs to my collection because this is something that I really fully appreciate. I think the design is phenomenal. Look, is it expensive? Yes, undeniably. But you can't count that against its gimmick.
Plus you get bottle and box.
Yeah, it's a 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 gimmick. It's a great gimmick. Look, we got a mixed bag on the capsule countdown today. Krave has to be third. It's just a plain chocolate Carnation instant breakfast, and like, I don't know, it wasn't that exciting or inviting to me.
I feel like Krave is just not that iconic of a taste. Like, it's hard for them to...
It should have been another cereal in its place, for sure. I mean, look...
Wheaties. Anything.
It's Kellogg's. Cocoa Krispies. You know what I mean? Like, anything. Yeah, like, you could have done another chocolate cereal and actually really accomplished a little bit more from a branding end, but it's like, I know what Krave tastes like, and this isn't it. I also just don't, it's too thin. It's not like a chocolate milk or something where it's rich to enjoy it for its chocolatiness. So I'll give it a 4 out of 10. It's tolerable, it's okay, but it's not really hitting the mark. Second place is going to Froot Loops. There's 2 ways you can look at it. Look, it was not as accurate as most Froot Loop flavored things are. Even though it's it's got some complexity to it. It's so distinctive that most products don't even make the market if they don't taste exactly like a bowl of Froot Loops. This does not taste exactly like a bowl of Froot Loops. There is a light hint of that, but it's mostly just a fruity vanilla Carnation instant breakfast. But I like that taste, and I think that almost kind of bodes well for it to be a product that you can revisit and drink on a regular basis. It doesn't even necessarily like replace the bowl of Froot Loops. Like you could have Froot Loops and this as part of the same meal, and they're like still a little different enough that you could even justify that. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10 in second place on today's Capsule Countdown. But first place, it's gonna be a double 9 out of 10 now for the Golden Grams. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 first place on today's Capsule Countdown. Just incredibly, incredibly accurate. And I love Golden Grams. Ryan, you're a big Golden Grams guy, right? So this was a well-executed product, very delicious. The thing about it being like that shelf-stable type product is you are just missing just a little something. It's a little watery, maybe. If it were just a little bit more like a milk product, like if this were some kind of a syrup you could mix into a glass of milk, it might be a 10 out of 10. It's that good.
Like those Hershey's cookies and cream.
Yeah, it's like a Hershey cookies and cream bottle. That would be cool. Yeah, if it had been more like that. Now remember, those are refrigerated. These are not refrigerated, and I think that is the one thing that really held it back. But I don't want to dwell too much on the negatives. I don't want to dwell on the 1 point they didn't get. The 9 that they got were well earned. It tastes like a bowl of Golden Grams. It is delicious. Really, really good. And if you're going to try one, because look, who's going to drop more than $21 to pick up the full set? Probably not that many. I did because that's what I do. But if you're only getting one, it's got to be the Golden Grams. First place on today's Capsule Countdown with a 9 out of 10. Now, we've been talking a lot about cereals and cereals and cereals and cereals in 2021, so I thought I'd mix it up just a little bit with a fruit snack oriented product. Brian, I know this is one of your personal favorites from the archives here, but our From the Archives product today is this Thunder Jets Fruit Snacks Launch encapsulated glass box. And this was presented to a Project Blitz member named Murray Ball in October 1989. Look at that design on the back of the box, fruit corners. This is the same folks that brought us the Berry Bears, the same folks that brought us the Shark Bites. I mean, really a lot of legendary products. Look at that B-2 Stealth Bomber. Remember the black pieces?
Oh, yeah. Oh, totally.
That was the one. So there were 4 different varieties, but that key variety was the Mach 1 fruit mix, which is a great name. So the way that I found out what Mach 1 was Thunder Jets. So it was like also an educational tool for those of us that were 4 or 5 years old in 1989. So wow, just a very cool thing in my collection. The box itself is intact and glued, but it's empty. This was just, I don't know if award is the right phrase, but certainly a keepsake for the folks that worked on this project. And I just got very lucky to hit eBay at just the right time. And I don't think the auction had been up for 10 or 15 minutes. And I snapped it up for a pretty penny because this is something special. You know, I could find another flat box of Thunder Jets anytime I wanted, but a glass encapsulated, perfect condition one with a backstory. That's really what this is all about. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that. On the next CTC review, we've got Hershey's Who'sy What's It companion bar for the whatchamacallit. Ryan, I didn't even warn you about that.
I know.
The Mallow Top Reese's Cups and Dunkaroos yogurt with a birthday cake flavor. So going to be an interesting one next week, so stay tuned for that. And of course, until next Monday, I will miss you until I see you. Cheers.